Welcome to Duke's United show. And United have won 3-1 in the FA Cup. It's been a nice win, nice, comfortable win. Totally from start to finish, Garth. It was a total domination, to be fair, until right last minutes when, 10 men, we changed up everything and they got their goal. Looked a little bit shaky for the last few minutes, but apart from that, we was on it, weren't we?
Yeah, complete performance again. Well, no, it wasn't because we conceded that goal. Almost a complete performance again. That's exactly how you meant to take these teams that are in the lower divisions in the year. You can't take them lightly, but you've got to get the job done, and we've done it superbly. And I just want to say, to start with, congratulations to every other player on that pitch. You were magnificent today, but can we do half hour on why Casemiro is one of the best players in the world now? Is that all right?
Mate. We don't want to hear these people trying to compare him with Partey. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Because they're top of the league, they're trying to compare him with Partey. Come on. Come on. It's such a gulf in abilities, yeah? It's such a gulf. For me, it looks like a whole different situation here. Like, Casemiro, mate. You know what? It's all about did you see what I see? And you already started it off. You knew what I was going to say first of all. You knew it. I didn't. You just knew it. Bloody hell, mate. He's number one, mate. He's too good. Nathal says Casemiro on Martial level.
Right, last in the group. Great game for Martial. He didn't put a foot wrong for the full 90 minutes. It's fair play to
Martial. His viewing was impeccable. His viewing from the sideline was unbelievable. So but look, Casemiro, mate, like everything he does is just well close. I see what's his name trying to get him from behind, Andy Carroll trying to get him from behind. And he just popped it off just before he came. He's like, "Don't you know who I am? Like, I can see you at the back of my eyes." So he was on it, mate. He was so good, man. Everything he does is at the highest level, and then he pops up and scores goals as well. It's like he's got everything in the locker, and whatever's required of him, he does. That's why I love the guy. It's just tremendous. Anyway, you tell me what you saw.
Listen, the problem is I understand, like, Arsenal fans are very excited at the moment, very excited. So comparing him seems like a natural thing to do. Partey's a great player. I just want to get this one. But Casemiro, I know it was only Reading, but he's just showing what sort of class he is every game. And I didn't realise, like I said, until this game, how much we missed him in that Arsenal game. Clearly one of the biggest losses of our team. Everything he does, top class, top quality. He makes our midfield tick. Just Eriksen's great, but without him, there's something missing. Bruno's great, but without him, something's missing. He just makes his team tick. I think Hakeem's in that group. He's almost having an effect like Maradona did with Napoli, just single-handedly changing the fortunes of our team, raising the game of every other player in there. Magnificent player, world class, no question.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Secondly, I want to say something about my second thing I saw was Antony was more positive today. He looked very, very good. Okay, he does have a lot to work on, but look, he was positive. He kept getting on the ball, kept trying to do bits, and he made his first clear assist today as well. Yep. Great ball through to Casemiro. A great dink from Casemiro, the world-class player once again. So, Antony, big up to you for improving again. That's 2 games in a row now where I think he's played pretty well. Was it last game that he played really well? Or was it the game before?
He done better. No, it was last game. He done better, didn't he, in the last game?
Yeah, he done a bit better, The only thing I will say is when you're coming up against better teams, what's going to have to happen is you got to take advantage. You got to be more effective, more efficient, because you're not going to get that amount of chances to get at your man. So if he's able to continue getting better in that respect, I think we'll see more. And it's nice to see that he played on for. Did he stayed on? Did he? No, he came off at the end, near the end, to Palestri and all that. So
yes.
But I'm happy that he stayed on for the majority this time, and did really well. And I was saying he was the best player on the pitch until Casemiro got those 2.
He did stay on. He stayed on for the 90. Sorry, Leif. He stayed on for the 90. Good. Mate. He did stay on. Yeah.
Good. And I was like, you know what? He is the best player. And then when Casemiro got the 2, I thought, Casemiro might have overtaken him. But look, Antony, well done. You did set up that goal as well. So well done.
Yeah, 100% couldn't agree more with that. A couple of games, and this is. I'm beginning to understand that there's a certain part of this fan base that are really digging him out and saying that he's a waste of money and everything, and he's not. It's fair to criticise him. He's been poor for a number of weeks, and he has not been living up to the standard we're expecting from him. So, yeah, last 2 games, excellent. No two ways about it. Great assist today. Lovely pass, no two questions. Like, great assist. Fair play to him.
You can't even hear me, can you? You can't even hear me. I took myself on mute. I'm always getting used to this new setup, man. Getting used to this new setup. But yeah, you're damn right, man. He's done. Look, people need to lay off him a little bit because I know we say what we think, but we're not like going out there with what we think yet. We're just obviously talking about it behind the scenes in our groups and that. But yeah, end of the day, he's a young player. He's gonna get better, and hopefully he will be that player that can fill that area and do his job. Obviously, if not, we've got other players. We've got the Sanchos. We've got the Palestri who's going to come through. Ahmad who's going to come through. So I'm still happy. I'm just going to roll through the next few now, and we'll take it from there. So we've got United controlling the full game. Aaron Wan-Bissaka getting forward well. I liked him today. And also United still fighting on all comps. They're the last 3 things I noticed that we was able to, to do. And it was nice. It's nice that we controlled the full game. Normally you got games where you just can't control it. Although we didn't have enough for all of that possession. I would have liked to seen a lot more clear-cut chances when people try and low block, because that's the next stage of our progression now. Get better at that. And then I think we'll be all right. But at least, look, we're trying to do what we're doing. We looked a bit better this today in terms of the fluidity of moving left to right all the time as well, and trying to be more comfortable in possession. I liked it. I don't know what you thought, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka was on it, getting forward, crossing good balls in as well, making use of the ball properly. And it was in a flow. Usually he's never in a flow. And that's the difference what we were saying before. He's now in a flow and he's doing things well. And yeah, we're still in all comps, Carl.
No, exactly what I said to start with, man. It was apart from it was almost a complete performance. If we hadn't conceded that goal, it's a complete performance, and that's what we should be doing to a team like Reading. And it's not disrespectful to say that when we're putting basically our full strength, well, it was fully strength side out. You know what I mean? We're top 3 in the Premier League. Like, we should be winning 3-0, 100%, and it was a quality performance. Yeah, and yeah, nice. Like I'm saying, fighting, like you're saying, fighting on all 4 fronts still. Tough game against Barcelona coming up, obviously. But yeah, 5th round of the FA Cup. Basically the final of the League Cup, and still mathematically in a title chase as well, although we're not. But still, I mean, if Arsenal and City fall apart, we are there. So
yeah, this is the thing. I can't see them doing that because of the way they're playing their football.
Yeah.
And I could see us probably losing a few more points. You know what? We have been ridiculous though in terms of games we should win. We're just winning them all at the moment. So to be fair, if we win all the games we should win, and nowadays at the moment we should beat a Liverpool on the form that they're on. We should beat a Chelsea on the form that they're on. We should beat a Spurs and a Newcastle. So to be fair, we shouldn't really be dropping too many more points. Apart from we've played Arsenal twice, played City twice. We shouldn't really drop too many points. Seriously, we should be going on a proper run. Yeah.
There's still that the unexpected loss to an Everton or something. You know what I mean? A Palace, a Leeds. That's in the works. That we're not quite the finished article yet, Nathan. I think that's what you're getting at, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like we should, but
you'll get the odd thing if you get injuries. But at the moment, I fancy us to win pretty much most of our games from now to the end of the season. Now we haven't got the big boys left. The 2 big boys. You think, I don't know. If we can play on our game, I think we've got them. And we've actually got Nottingham Forest again at Old Trafford this time, though, in the EFL Cup for the second leg, haven't we? So let's see what we can do then. Let's see how many people he rests them, because we do have a nice cushion in that game. So I can see him resting a lot more. But look, let's get into the thing, because we've got a big fight coming on as well, by the way. Antony is fighting in a bit, so I want to make sure I'm seeing all of that. So let's get started with the player ratings. So it's David De Gea. David De Gea 7. In goal.
Great save, mate.
Yes. Which save was that? I'm trying to remember now.
End
Which
of the
one
first half, mate. End of the first half. I forget who it was when he was come through. It's an awesome save, mate. I thought.
When Malacia messed up. When Malacia messed up. But Malacia had a good game, but he did mess up for that one there.
That's one mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm going to give him a 7 as well. So, yeah, let's stick with that. A 7, De Gea. I ain't even going to say too much because you didn't do too much apart from that.
No, apart from
there
that,
weren't much else for you to do at all. The ball was in their half for like 90 minutes. So, yeah, look, 90 minutes, mate. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, what are you telling me?
It's an 8. It is an 8. He had a great game, though. Like it's a high 7, 8. It's either way you want to slice it, 7 or 8. I thought it was exceptional.
I'm going to stick with what I had here. I had 7.
There you go.
I could have given him an 8. Because he had some good balls in the box, Calf. He put good balls in. When he got in behind, he put good balls in. He stayed up there. He was trying to make people have to defend there, and he done his job. So yeah, and in terms of like just keeping the ball, good quick feet. He even nearly got a shot off. I was thinking, what? Pulling the ball back, pushing the ball. I was like, yeah, love that. So yeah, he did everything he could in it, and yeah, Aaron Wan-Bissaka on fire today. Let's move on to the big man then. The big man, Harry Maguire.
Oh God! Listen, I just wish he wouldn't play so I didn't have to rate him because it's a 6. He made a horrific error. He was on a 7. There's no two questions about it. Like the rest of the team, 7. And then he made a horrific mistake. It's a 6. There's no question about it. And everyone's going to be like, "Oh, are you digging him out against Harry Maguire?" It's like, no, I've got to take a point away from that mistake, mate.
Are you talking about where he got sat down?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, and that as well. See what I mean? Like, come on, yeah. So
what was the mistake? Remind me of the mistake. I didn't even realize. To be fair, I didn't realize.
Leading to the goal. It's not a mistake. It just got dealt with. Yeah, it just got dealt with, bro. Didn't he? So
that's what happens, isn't it?
6,
I gave him a 7. I thought he did okay for the game. His distribution was all right. Didn't have much to do. But again, you don't want to be sat down by the Reading players when you know it's a time where you don't even need to sit down. Like top defenders don't sit down there; they're not on the floor. But look, he did what he needed to do. We won the game still, and this is the kind of game that we need him to be playing in now, to be helping us when needed. And like he said, he's not used to it, but he's gonna have to get used to it for me. I think because the other boys. Their ways, their streets ahead in terms of what we need. And yeah, hopefully he could just continue helping us. End of the season, I think he'd probably look to get away. And I don't blame him. And I actually would actually it'll be nice to get the money for that. If we can get as much as possible for whoever wants to pay ridiculous money, please come our way so we can use that money to go and buy the other players that we need.
100%. Yeah. As long as we've got some sort of backup in as well, now, if we'd need a youngster or a cheap, another £12 million signing to come in, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, let's move on to Lindelof. What are you telling me, Lindelof? Are you thinking? How do you think?
It's a 6-7 again. Yeah, 6-7 again. Nothing really to do. Like when you've had nothing all game, like no attacking impetus all game from Reading, it's a 7 just because it wasn't bad. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, we won the game. We were up. We didn't concede anything until towards the end, and then that's that. So yeah, I given him a 7 because that's what he is. I believe he's that kind of player. In it is like always a 7. Whenever you see him, he's a 7. Like so, yeah, I'm gonna give him what he is. He's a 7. Lindelof, well done, lad. Another game where you just do a job for us. What we need. Malacia.
He's solid. Listen, he's solid. He's one of them players that you'd miss him if he's gone because it's a great backup option that you know is going to walk onto the pitch, give you a 6 or 7 every week. You're never going to get a 9 out of him. Very rarely. He's a great option.
Yeah.
No suppose about it. Malacia again, 7, solid game again. He's improving week by week again. He's getting his confidence back. So.
Yeah, same here. I gave him a 7 as well. I like the way he just maneuver. Like I say, I love his maneuvering of the ball, man. Yeah. I just love it. It's just got that in him when he looks like he's in trouble, and he'll just fake to cross the ball and then drag it back and then push forward and then pull back. He like keeps you like really having to really understand. You can't get too close, otherwise he'll just do you with his maneuverability on the ball. So. I love that about fullbacks that are able to open up angles to get things going and stuff. So I love that about him. And again, he's coming into his own. He's really comfortable now, much more comfortable than he was in some of the games when he came up against some really good players. He had to get used to that. And this is the kind of player that I like because he's young, he's inexperienced, but you can still see he'll do a job for you even with that inexperience. Some players are inexperienced and won't be able to do a job yet. You need to kind of take them out and give them a few minutes here and there. But he gets 90 minutes. He's going to get majority of games, a lot of games, even though Shaw is the preferred choice. Malacia can come in and do similar jobs. So yeah, well done, Malacia. 7. Let's move on to
Casemiro. Are we actually there now, are we? Ooh, how long we got? Mate? I want at least 10 minutes to discuss why this geezer is one of the greatest players. I think Hakeem said it in the group. Hakeem's putting up there as GOAT in central defensive midfielder of all time. And I don't think you can argue it when you take the trophies, the stats, the figures, everything he does. You know what I mean? He's right up there in that conversation, man. He really is.
I've got to give him a different type of emoji today. A different type of emoji, mate. He's that
second goal was an absolute treat, bro. Like
you continue to amaze me, lad.
Yeah. It's amazing. 30 years old. I think every one of us, and rightly so, when we heard Casemiro's coming in, we were happy. And then you heard 60 to 70 mil, and you were like, "Ooh, 30 years old, 70 mil for Casemiro, mate, worth every single penny. I've paid double it at the moment. But that's how important he is to our team."
He's unbelievable, mate. He's unstoppable. He's too good, mate. I can't even say anymore. We've already gone through him already, part of what I saw, but in terms of them 2 goals, man, that dink that's a forward, a top striker's dink, and then that's a top striker's finish from outside the box, slot in that bottom corner and like open your body, whipping. It's like, come on, mate. Anything he needs to do, he's got it. That's just top. That's just top levels, mate. Top levels. Casemiro, you're a don. That's all I can say. Eriksen,
man of the match, obviously. Man of the match for me as well. I presume for yourself.
Yeah, I gave him. I had Antony at the first, and then because he scored the 2, I was like, he's just pipped him now. Like he was slightly behind Antony because I thought he was the one making a lot more happening. But I'll talk about him in a minute. But Casemiro stole the show for me. Casemiro, bad man, absolute bad man. No one you talk to me again about him versus Partey ever again.
Don't hear that conversation.
Don't do it. Anyway, Eriksen.
7. Solid performance from Eriksen again. Nothing out of the ordinary. But again, he's one of the players there. He isn't going to do loads. And the moment you start saying, he ain't doing nothing, get him out of the team, you'll miss him so much. He makes things work around him. He drags players out of positions. He finds himself in spaces where he's willing to take the ball where not a lot of other players are. And it's a very, unappreciated role that he plays in this team. So 7.
You know what, Garth? He's our new Herrera. You know what Herrera used to do for us?
Yeah, great shout.
Keeping that ball moving, the energy in the middle, the person with something a little bit more up top. He's got that little bit more. Sometimes don't have to do nothing, but when he does, you know, when he's not in the side, you miss him. You miss him big time. And he's mate, he's done well. And the clumsy fall. Why did the clumsy fool have to come and smash him for? Why?
I don't know what
why did he come?
I don't know.
He might be injured now. He might be injured now, and I'm not happy. I'm really not happy. Man. Yeah. But that's how he's always been. He's always been that clumsy kind of guy, man. He's taking out, playing out, man. He's now got a bad.
I used to feel for Andy. I used to feel for Andy Carroll because he got a bad transfer to Liverpool. You know what I mean? He was never ever worth 35 mil. Like at that time, a lot of money. After lost to Torres for 50, and since then his career's never took off. And I think he's just out there trying to prove something. And he's out there hurting people. You know what I mean? Then it's foolish. I don't think he's doing it on purpose. It's just clumsy.
Yeah, he just who he is. Bruno.
7 again. Good game. And I don't think he's quite an 8. Are you going down? Are you to 6? I would have gone the other way, man.
I don't know. I just didn't really think of him or see much. I don't remember him doing anything.
It's a 7 for me.
I just don't remember him doing much. And I felt Eriksen probably was a little bit more involved. And maybe a 6. Yeah. Just okay.
No, you know what? If I'm giving Eriksen a 7, you're right, man. Bruno did less than Eriksen, so it is a 6. You know, it's not like it's a bad game. Not
at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not involved as much, is it? Today he wasn't really involved. The game didn't really drop to him enough times where he had anything that he could do. It's just like really not involved. So
No.
I can't think of anything. I can't think of much at all. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give him a 6. Not that it's bad, Bruno. You didn't need to play out of your skin today because we won, and we won comfortably once again. It's lovely to be back playing and every game after game, comfortable victories, man.
Yeah.
Comfortable victories. Let's move on to Antony. Antony.
Best game in a while. Listen, again, like I said about Casemiro when I was hyping him up, he's Reading. You do need to take that into account. But still, the best game I've seen him play in a while. Still, many aspects and facets of the game that I know he's got more to give in them areas. But a great game. I'm giving him an 8. I'm giving him an 8 for him. Great game.
So did I. It's weird because when we were playing, and obviously we're having all that possession, every time he got the ball, there was always like him trying to do something, cutting inside, linking with someone nicely, playing it back, getting a shot off, whether it went in the sky, in the stands, over the stand, or near the post. He was still trying to get his shots off, linking up with Casemiro when he went through, trying to make something happen, even though you know he's not really going to go on the outside. He didn't really matter. So I don't even want to talk about him going on the outside ever again anymore. There's no point. He's going to do well from coming on the inside. Simple as that. And hopefully people won't be able to handle the coming on the inside. And then they think he's going on the inside so much, then they leave it really open and he goes down the line. Hopefully that's the case. And he actually used his right foot once today. I couldn't believe it, even though it went over and wide. But it's still, I was like, he even had spin on it. It had a bit of spin on it. I was like, well done, Antony. But yeah, well done, Antony. Look, he's improving. At least he's positive. He feels positive. It looks like he's positive. He's not down. His morale's not down. Keep going. Keep getting better. Simple as that. Yeah. Rashi.
One of his quieter games. Very let's get into that offside, Nate. I mean, listen, I know by the letter of the law that is offside, but that's ridiculous. There's no way Weghorst, when the ball is played, although he's in an offside position, is interfering with play, and by the time it does come to him, he's well onside. He's running backwards. Like, that's ridiculous offside. I know it's the rules. We got away with one against Arsenal. This is the karma. We got done with this one. But yeah, offside needs to be simplified big time, mate, because it's ridiculous. But yeah, quite a game. 7 for Rashi. Should have scored. That goal should have stood, man. So
yeah, 7. I thought so as well. When I looked at it, I thought, oh, he's not offside because Casemiro tried to play it in the box, into the middle. And then it got touched by their defender. So I thought it made him back on side again. But obviously, there's grey areas all over the place when it comes to offside these days. So, look, we'll take it. Man City game, we needed that. This game, we didn't really need it in the end. So, look, it came off good. Obviously, nice to head that back across and the keeper couldn't get a head on it. Nice header from Weghorst to get it over there in the first place. But anyway, it was offside. But look at that. Look at the quick feet for Rashi and the skills and the ability to take the players on. He's in such a groove. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I love what I'm seeing from him. It was quiet. It still was quiet. Not for the whole game, but it's one of them games where you normally would say take him off because everyone's sitting back and it's very tough. But he still did his thing when he needed to. So I gotta say, he done okay. I'm gonna give him a 7. I think he deserves a 7. And yeah, Rashford was on it. Should have had that run continued. But again, sometimes it's just not to be. But yeah, well done, Rashi. And then we go to Weghorst.
Again, it's a 7 for me, Dave. Solid game, done what he needed to do. Great in the link-up play, strong on the ball. Done well for what I think should have been a goal for Rashford. So yeah, it's a 7 average game, mate. You know what I mean? And again, I think this is what you need to expect from him. Because I've got a feeling we might sign him in the summer. And this is what he is. He is a 1 in 3, 1 in 4 goal man. And the rest of the time, he's going to be doing dog's body work. Straight dog body work. Busting players, making himself a nuisance. It's not fun. It's not good to look at. It isn't, though, is it? You know what I mean? And he's going to get no love for it. And he'll always be underappreciated for it. But yeah, this is the sort of game we're going to expect from him more than ever. You know, I mean, I also would love to see Martial in there firing. Of course, I would. You know what I mean? But
of course, it's a squad player thing, isn't it? If when he's fit, Like right now, we don't even need to think of him anymore because we've actually got Weghorst playing, and that's the whole point of it all. Let him get back fit. Let him come off the bench for Weghorst and do a job and earn his place getting in there if he can get fit again and stay in. And look, that's all that matters right now. We're winning games still, and Weghorst is that's noisy. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I said Weghorst is doing his job. His link-up play was good. Even my son's kind of like going, you know what? He's done all right there. He got a good touch there. He got a good finish. And he loves Martial. And he was hating on Weghorst just because he loves Martial. But yeah, he was like, yeah, he's actually doing all right. He's done all right. And even, the connections which he had, which the defenders got a little nick on when them balls came in the box, he actually got his foot on it and had it directed towards goal. So they were going on target as well. So look, he done his job. He does what he's supposed to do. We're not going to get anything more than what you see on the tin. But end of the day, as long as he can hold the ball up the way he does and link up with players who are coming off him, imagine when Sancho comes back and runs off him, lays it off into him and gets it back to his feet. He'll be a player that will love playing with Weghorst. I'm telling you, I can see it happening now. I can see those link-up plays happening. So, yeah, Weghorst, well done, mate. Played a 7.
Solid
done
game.
all right.
Solid game. Yeah, solid game.
And last but not least, obviously we had players coming off the bench. Fred did well. Let's just have a quick chat about Fred, Palestri, Elanga. I think they were the boys that came on. I think someone else came on as well, didn't they? We had Mainu came on. But yeah, Fred. Yeah, Fred, a nice flicking for the goal. So that was good. This is not much enough time to give him any ratings, but
yeah, it's that, is it? They got 6s and 7s because we won 3-1 and they done all right. And Ten Hag, I mean, listen, my ratings are harsh. I'm very critical. You don't get more than 6s and 7s out of me very often, but I've got to give him an 8 or a 9 again, Ten Hag, because he's done the job. We're in complete control of the game. Apart from them scoring, exactly what I was about to say. Apart from the fact they scored, this would definitely be a 9. There's a little question mark now because they scored, but complete control against a lesser team, not 1 minute. Sometimes you go to, like, you let these teams on Old Trafford and you feel nervous after 20 minutes because you think, oh my God, they're going for it. Never felt that once. So, yeah, it's an 8 or a 9, 100%.
Yeah, look, we're totally in control in these kind of games. Number 1 is the team selection was great. Number 2. Number 3 is he took off his players at the right times as well. And we still maintained the ability to look like we could still score, even though we kind of had that little bit in us where it looked like they could score a little bit more right towards the end. But look, to be able to do that now, knowing that we got a game Wednesday coming up, is only Saturday. So we got a lot of days now till Wednesday. Took off Eriksen straight away. Rashford got his rest. Casemiro come off. All these boys just coming off. And we've got rested Varane. No Martinez. No Shaw, who's not well. Dalot needs to come back from injury. And look at our side. Like, we have got strength and depth in many areas. There are a few more to actually sort out. But yeah, Erik Ten Hag is absolutely doing his thing. We thought Sancho might have been coming back today, but I believe he will come back on Wednesday. He'll be back Wednesday. Because he said
100%. Yeah. 100%.
He said he'll think about it for today. So he said, we're not sure yet. We'll decide tomorrow. So if he is not sure today on him, gotta be next week, Wednesday. Gotta be. So yeah, we can't wait. I can't wait to see Sancho and what he looks like now. And especially in that kind of game where the pressure's not on, all the boys can come and do their thing. I think it's going to be nice.
Do you start him? Sorry, Nate. Do you start him or do you start someone like Palestri? Palestri and Garnacho start, bring Sancho on with 30 minutes to go, 40 minutes to go.
Yeah, I think you give him 40 minutes because it's like a new preseason for him. So playing more than 45 minutes wouldn't be really fair on him. And again, starting 45, you're playing with the people who are fully fit from minute 1.
Fresh.
But if you come on 45 minutes, you're playing with the people who are already 45-minute drained a bit. So I would start the other boys, and then I'd bring him on second half.
Yeah, 100% the same.
For the whole of the second half, I'll make sure he gets 45 minutes. If Rashford starts, then I take him off. If Garnacho starts, or someone who I don't know, but all I know is get 45 minutes. That's me. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same here, Nathan. Exactly right. I'd bring him on second half. Like maybe not even 45, half hour. I'd be happy to see as well. You know what I mean? And
just to start.
Yeah, whoever Ten Hag wants to play on the right wing, Elanga or Palestra. I'd like to see Palestra, obviously, but I could see him in Elanga as well because it's one of them games in it where you give it to the servants who don't get minutes ever, and you sort of throw them in, don't
Exactly.
you? So
Yeah, he does. He's pretty much done in him. You can say it's like close to perfect job so far, man. Like
yeah,
for what you expect to happen to him, the negatives they've happened at the very minimal as well. Like I expected, everything that you play out from minute one till now, I expected to happen, and I didn't expect. I wanted him to move this quickly in terms of making changes very quickly, and eradicating these issues, and he did it straight away. I'm not even waiting and hoping like what we had with Mourinho and and Solskjaer. With Mourinho, it's like, come on, man, we can't be playing like this anymore. Like next game, you're just hoping we start attacking, or the next game. Remember when we played Newcastle at St James's Park, and we were playing such bad football, we were losing 2-0, and then he ran in at half time, Mourinho, and then he was like, and then they come out and we were just playing football like free. He must have said to everyone, listen, just go and attack, do your thing, and we'll see what happens at the end. And that's what he should have done every single game, because we scored. We come back from 2-0 down and won the game 3-2. Like, that's what I was waiting for so long, didn't happen. And then you're looking at Solskjaer, please get someone in to help you with the patterns of play, with the structure. Please. You can't see it. How can you not see it? Didn't see it. Eric Ten Hag, the minute we went 4-0 down, what does he do? He says, listen, Maguire, you sit down. Martinez, you're there. Varane, you're there. Malacia, get in there, playing Liverpool. That's it. You guys sit down. And then soon as Malacia gets a bad game against someone, listen, you sit down, sure, you're in, straight. And now, even though the manager, even look at this, how he's dealt with Maguire. Maguire sits down. Nobody's even talking about him anymore. Even when he plays, no one's even thinking of anything anymore because we're winning games and he's playing in discrete games. It's like nobody even says anything no more. But obviously, Maguire knows, you know what? Now I can move, but there's no circus around me no more. I can move and I'm actually calm. I'm relaxed now. Coming in games, all of that heat was on him like every game, every minute. And he's totally taken that heat away. I love what he's doing, man. I absolutely love it.
couldn't disagree. Couldn't agree with you more. I think this is exactly what Stephen Maguire needed as well. Sit down, and come back. It's like come out in 6 months when people have forgotten how bad you've been, and maybe recapture your spot of saying exactly what everything meant. Every single player's improved. Every single player. Even I know there's a lot of question marks about De Gea, but even his passing has improved under this manager. He's been exceptional for us. We're 7 points, I believe the commentator said, better off this season than we were last season in the Premier League. We're basically in the final of the League Cup. We're in the 5th round of the FA Cup, and we've got Barcelona in the Europa League, still fighting on 4 fronts. And this team is nowhere near his team yet. So imagine what he can do in 2 years. That's all I say to everyone. Imagine not this season, not next season, but the year after, when he's had 4 or 5 transfer windows, built his team up, built the philosophy up around his squad, got all the staffing that he wants, got everything perfect. This could be a real time for the Man United to come back to the forefront as one of the biggest clubs in Europe. Obviously, it's a long way from there.
Totally agree, though. Totally agree, Garth, because I don't think there's any other manager that's come in this quickly and made these kind of changes and this kind of effect on a team that quickly, like in the first season, with so much to change and so much been changed, and you're winning while you're in transition. That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
when you have the chairman and they come in and say, listen, we need you to be at least here. We know we're in transition, but we need you to be in this position at least. And usually it's very difficult because when you're in transition, you are losing the games you're not supposed to lose. But we're winning games we're supposed to win. And we're not losing the games we're supposed to lose at the moment. And we're not even drawing many games. It's like we're just doing exactly what our team is supposed to do because the players on the field, that lineup that you see, should be able to deal with the majority of teams. And that's what he's doing. And he's rotating things. It's lovely. It's lovely to see. Can't wait for the next game, Garth. Sorry for everybody again for not coming on the show. We had the weekly show we had to miss. We had the preview to the show. I got some new apparatus, some new bits and pieces, and I had some major troubleshooting. Major problems with a lot of things. Oh my goodness me. Just put it this way, I was at the Genius Bar yesterday trying to get things sorted out as soon as possible. At one point, they tried to tell me that I was going to pay so much money, and then all of a sudden the computer came back on. And I was like, thank you. Thank you. After like 20 minutes, I was like, no, I'm not leaving here till 20 minutes. I'm letting this thing try and charge. It better charge. It lost charge and it wouldn't charge. I was like, no, I got no computer. So yeah, sorted ourselves out, got the mic, got the green screen, got the lighting, got everything we need now to push things on. I got to learn a bit more first before we start seeing the effects of all that, Garth. But yeah, hopefully everything's going to get better from here on out as well. So anyway, anyone who's new, hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification so you see when we're next on. I might be doing a few videos about a few things as well. We've got a lot of things coming up as well, though.
Those videos are called Test Video 1 and 2, so watch out for them. Coming live soon.
Yeah, you might just see me pop up live by mistake. Just what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh. Anyway, look, it's been a nice win. Great week. It's going to be a great weekend for us now. And let's look forward to Wednesday, second leg. You know, we can't really, I can say we're pretty much through.
We're in. Listen, we've got to say we're in, mate. We're not going to throw away a 3-goal lead. We can't.
Yeah.
At Old Trafford as well, man.
We better not be getting cut up, though, Garth. We better not be getting cut up and put on YouTube. We can't lose. We can't lose. Oh, my gosh. Imagine that. We ain't losing. We're through to the final.
I'll take it, mate. I'll go viral however, mate. If you want to make me go viral, I'll take it. Even if it's an idiot statement.
Yeah. Well, look, guys. Thanks for jumping on the show again, Garth. Thanks everyone for joining us, and look forward to seeing you guys next week. Peace out.